Okay, guys, this is a breaking news report. The intel that I've been getting personally in the last few days is kind of alarming, and I would like for this to go out onto YouTube so that there could be others that would also try to research and give a heads up to what's happening. If you guys see anything going on, please let me know. Send me any links or anything that you guys see going on locally in your own personal lives or area. People that you know, military people that you guys know. Let's try to uncover this to make sure that it isn't really happening. But my gut feeling is that I'm hearing it all over, so it seems to be coinciding and bearing out some personal testimonies throughout the country. And I have seen reports on a number of websites confirming this also. So here we go. I'm going to read it to you. These are some of the alerts that I've been getting over the past 2 days. The number of large luxury lots passing through the harbor into the ocean has increased exponentially. I must have seen 20 yachts headed out today alone. When I speak of yachts, I mean super luxury vessels ranging between 75 and almost 200 feet with a multi-million-dollar price tag. With multi-million-dollar price tags, which basically they're just saying it's the rich people of the country are getting out of Dodge, so to speak. I looked into this. My source says it's genuine. The rich are moving their money and their families out of the United States with a view to possibly staying abroad until things stabilize here. Now, they could be anticipating and having their own insight and intel into what's about to happen. Obviously, we see the price of gold skyrocketing right now. There are all kinds of strange things taking place. I just did a report on the anomalies that are taking place upon the face of the sun, things that haven't really been seen before, and that potentially could cause major disruptions almost as if it were an EMP to the Earth, which would cause disruptions in communication, satellite, microchips, anything that has microchips in it would totally and completely disrupt it on the Earth if it were to go off on the face of the sun. That's just one thing. Then you got all these. Seems like people are on edge. Whether or not the majority of those are real or not, it just seems to be happening all over the place. And then you got people in the news media taking it serious, all the mainstream news media taking it serious, and people high up in the military are also divulging information, talking about possible dates of alien encounters or motherships coming to Earth. I mean, these are people in high up places like NORAD. I mean, this isn't something that some kooky person on the internet is saying. These are people that are high up in offices of positions of respect in the military, in government. We got the head of the UN supposedly being appointed as ambassador for the Earth, so that when these alien beings do come to planet Earth, we would have someone to represent us. This has all been bore out. Even though there has been some denial from the UN, there is evidence through actual video footage of M. Othman. Now, if you put that together, her first name I can't pronounce it, but it's M. Othman. Put that together, it spells Mothman. So that's very bizarre in and of itself. But here goes the story. I looked into this. My sources said it's genuine. The rich men are moving their money and their families out of the United States with the view to possibly staying abroad, okay, till things stabilize. It says they have been told that restrictions on travel and strict capital control measures will be announced right after the election. The web bots, now this is Cliff Hyde's software that analyzes all the words on the internet and basically brings about predictions from keywords and emotional words that are attached. I mean, they have a whole system of detecting what the psyche of the world is through the analyzing of words that are being put into the internet. And this is millions and millions, in fact, into the billions of words this software analyzes. So this is what they're getting, the web bots. So anybody that doesn't know what web bots is, just type in web bots on YouTube and you will see what we're talking about. The web bots predict that we will soon experience a tipping point around the beginning of November, right after the elections, when Obama will be conveniently out of the country in Asia. According to the bot, there will be angry recrimination over the election, and the results may in some cases not be honored. This will go through November 7th. On the morning of November 8th, Americans may wake up to an entirely different set of problems, initiating a change in public attitude that will start here and go global. Opinion is that there will be a military coup in the United States. Now, this WebBot predictor has been very accurate. Now, it's not exactly accurate specifically on a specific day. In the past, it was very accurate in terms of its timing within months. I think that it did predict 9/11 to a very accurate degree. Other major things that have happened in the United States since then have been accurately forecasted months ahead of time by the webbots, so you may want to give some heed and pay a little attention to what they're saying. Okay, number 3, in addition, on Steve Quayle's site, basically hundreds of U.S. Marshals are being ordered to, quote unquote, in-service training in another state. Can't remember if he said Iowa or India or another state in that area. And when they get there, they would have to turn in their issue firearms. The in-service is to be for 2 weeks or longer and will start just before the November election. Interesting timing. He said, what in the hell is going on? We never surrender our guns when we go someplace, and especially in-service training. We have asked about that, and we have received no answers from the brass. We're all very uncomfortable about this. Also, we have not been told when we will be able to come back home. And that's on Steve Quayle's site, and there's a link there. Now, number 4 says, just in, looks like our time is running out. My name is Joe, an oath keeper, constitutionalist, patriot, or just a minute man. Take your choice. I had a conversation with a fellow Coast Guardman. I am a vet of the U.S. Coast Guard. He informed me that the Coast Guard has removed all machine guns and automatic weapons from the armories, leaving them with riot shotguns and pistols only. That's amazing. This just happened, so if you have any way to verify, you may want to add this to the U.S. Marshals turning in their weapons for special training. 1 + 1 = 2, and that's also on Steve Quayle's site. And here is a Time Wave Zero 2010. This was developed in 1989, and it shows an interesting occurrence taking place in the beginning of November of 2010. You can check that one out here. I would pack an overnight bag just in case. If 1/2 of this info is correct, then then us people, or is the U.S. people, should be thinking about jumping ship. But where we're to jump, that is the $64,000 question. So take it for what it's worth. Do your own research. If you think that there could be a little bit of truth to it, see if your sleuthing skills can bring up something, and then email me when you do find out, and I'll make a video more on what you pass on. Thank you very much. I will be speaking to you live tonight at www.propheticseer.com, where we have live podcasting going on with live chat and call-in programming. It will be 7 p.m. West Coast time, so be there and be expecting a good show. Thank you very much, and God bless.